Hey guys, welcome to the road to max damage, the next episode, episode 3. In this episode, I actually made a pretty big improvement, and obviously I'm going to show that off to you guys. This little thing right here. So this thing cost me 12 bill, and 12 bill in my mind is pretty cheap considering how many times I had to try to get 7 stars on this thing, as well as the fact that it's cubed and bonus potential. So definitely a keeper for 12 bill, and I'm very happy with picking this thing up. And the thing actually gives me quite a bit of range. And the second thing that I want to show off is my new little hat here, which, as you can see, not only gives decent advanced blessing, but also the other two lines are very useful as well. In my next video, which is titled The Road to the Strongest Phantom Episode 4, obviously. In this next video, I will be showing you guys my plan and how I plan to spend money. And if you guys are trying to fund as well, which I know a lot of my Maple friends are trying to do, if you guys are trying to fund, then definitely watch the video, because the video is basically in a format where I feel like it's the best way to spend your money and get max range. Instead of just blindly spending your money, this will actually save you money while at the same time hitting max range. So yeah, but just for those people that are curious about what my range actually is, let's do that. Okay, this and this. So let's buff up. And my macros are attacks from, well, not attacks, but they're from One Piece, if you guys know what the anime is. And it's just one of my favorite animes, so One Piece. Woo. Yeah, there are all my buffs, and that's my max range for now. Obviously I can jack this range up to past 100k easily. Couple ways I can do that immediately are replacing this cane. Right now it's 105 attack. I bought it for 5 mil. It was like cheap in the free market, so I just found it and bought it. And yeah, it's definitely helping me out. But if I really wanted to, I could just spend 200 mil and get an Empress cane, and that would automatically beat this. But for now, this is actually pretty nice. I like the way it looks. And another way I could jack up my range is totems. I did plenty of gachapon, and I actually have totems on my cannoneer right now, and I could transfer them. As you see, it says transferable between accounts. So I have 3 other totems, and with those I can actually get past 100k range. But for now, I'm satisfied with the way this looks because my range has grown quite a bit. And pertaining to how my range is growing, and pertaining to how I'm uploading these videos, from now on, when I get a new piece of equipment or just make an upgrade, I'm going to be showing small clips of me doing Dimensional Invasion, the party quest, and I'm going to be showing off my damage as I hit bosses as well as my damage as I hit mobs. So with that, I can actually record my progress. So as you can see, I actually have an Android now, and the Android, I actually bought NX for these items here, and obviously that was kind of dumb of me. This costs like 4k NX, that costs like, I don't know how much, 2 or 3k, that's 2.1k, and yeah, so it obviously wasn't a good idea, but whatever. The reason why I did it was because I felt like equipping a random heart, and so yeah, 15 attack heart, but it does help me out on my range. Now pertaining to this hat, you guys are probably thinking like, holy crap, this hat is great. And well, the thing is basically this. Just look at this. Now look at my character's face. Yeah, that blew a hole in my pocket. It was a dumb idea to try to cube it, but for those of you guys that enjoy watching cubing, yeah, there will be cubing. I will be showing this at the end of this video. That concludes the video for all of you guys that don't want to watch the cubing or don't want to watch my damage test. So the rest of this video is not going to be me talking about this episode anymore. This episode well, the talk about this episode is basically over. The rest of this episode is going to be me cubing and doing a damage test. So I will be commentating on that, about just talking about random stuff. So if you guys aren't interested in listening to me talk about random stuff, just mute the sound. But yeah, I actually have fun making videos like that. So that concludes episode 3 of The Road to the Strongest Phantom. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy the cubing. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. This is going to be the damage test inside here, and I'm trying to talk quietly so there's not too much rough sound, because this microphone seems to be picking up too much sound. But in any case, yeah, that's the last mob before we get to the big horse boss. So I'm hitting around 200 Ks, which is pretty good for me. But obviously we can aim higher, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. So the horse dies pretty quickly, but yeah, it's not it's not fast enough. With my other skill name, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the one where you jump backwards and throw meteors. I can hit 700 Ks with that skill, so I can almost hit the old damage cap, which is pretty satisfying. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm actually leveling my Phantom. As you can see, my Phantom's actually leveled a few times, which is really rare. And I definitely want to get my Phantom to at least level 180, which is when I can summon my real Pink Bean familiar. So definitely would like to summon that Pink Bean familiar. But in any case, this is the clip of me getting my hat and trying to scroll it, or trying to make it 3 lines, and I have horrible luck with 50% scrolls. And in my next video, I will be talking more about my run and my encounter of bad luck with those scrolls. So as you can see, I failed like fail, and then this one fail. So yeah, it's pretty ugly, but yeah, and I do go to my next account, my next mule, and I try to pass it off, but obviously it didn't work, and still failing. But eventually it does pass, and when it does finally pass, like, I start cubing it, and I didn't realize how bad of luck I could get. But since some people do want to watch me blow money, here you go. Now, in regards to my channel as a whole, there are a couple people, well, not just a couple people, more than a couple. I get quite a bit of hate, actually. As much as I do get love, I do get a lot of hate as well. And I know I can't please everybody, but some people just really hate me. And although I am recognized as one of the most legitimate traders, like merchant traders, one of the most legitimate merchants in India at the moment. Actually, I really do honestly think there are very few of us that are actually legit merchants that don't use any sort of hacks at all. But anyways, I am 1000% legit, no hacks, and yeah, some people still just hate me for it. Some people call me a hacker. They think I have other accounts that I use hacks on and stuff like that, but that's not the case. But you know, you can't convince some people, so I just let it go. But I just want to put it out there that I'm not trying to show off. Some people really do believe that I'm trying to show off, and I'm just trying to be Cherry Tigers, blah blah blah, I'm famous. And no, I honestly, if you want to, there's really no benefit to internet fame, and fame in real life in general, there's really no benefit to it. You see celebrities always being chased around by TMZ, and I don't want to call myself a celebrity or anything, but I do honestly feel like I do get chased around quite a bit. For example, as a merchant, people know me as a merchant, right? And what do merchants know? Merchants know how to price items. And if you need a price check, what do? Exactly. You call me, and it gets really repetitive, and it just totally kills me sometimes, because I just want to log in, and it's a stressful day. And although a lot of people say they don't like training their characters, I actually love training my characters. It's one of the things I love most, and the reason I love it is because I could train my characters mindlessly. I can just log in and attack. That's all, just attack. And it's mindless grinding, and I really love it. And it is a stress reliever because although I do work out and I do lift a lot of weights all the time, I really don't honestly feel that lifting weights relieves stress. Maybe to some other people, but to me it doesn't. And what relieves my stress is actually logging on to Maple and just grinding. And what kills me is when I log in, and I love getting like talking to people and everything, but when people start just doing stuff like asking for a billion price checks, then it just totally kills everything. And yeah, so do I like internet fame? No, not really. And also pretending to that is people calling me a show off. And honestly, the answer to that is no, I'm not trying to show off. And if you do listen to my explanation, whether you hate me or not, you realize that this is actually a pretty legitimate and pretty good explanation. Okay, so first, you know the guy named I'm Evol, like his IGN is I am EVOL, which means like it spells love backwards. And he's in Vera. He's a level 200 Aran. Well, he's level 210, maybe higher than that now. But he makes a lot of inspirational videos, and one of his videos was about hitting the old damage cap, like way back when the old damage cap was actually really hard to hit. And watching that video, one thing he said in the video was that he's not celebrating hitting the damage cap. What he's celebrating is his journey from hitting low damage all the way climbing up to hitting max damage. And what he really enjoyed was actually his journey to get there. And I completely agree with him in that aspect. And with that, I actually want to record my YouTube videos for the purpose of recording my journey. So 5 years later, 10 years later, maybe even 20 years later, when I look back on this, I can look back and I can just like see what I've done. And I do consider this stuff as an accomplishment. So because once again, I am a legitimate merchant, so everything I get on this game I do consider an accomplishment. But yeah, so am I trying to get internet fame? No, not at all. I'm really just trying to, I'm just trying to record my progress, and I'm trying to have a good time while I do it. So that's really, yeah. And as you can see from this video, the cube's still going, and I'm still failing. It's still unique, so it gets pretty ugly, and I do agree with my friends, I should have stopped. But as you saw in the beginning of this video, the 3 lines that I got from the final potential were amazing, but was it worth the money? Not really. If you count the NX I spent and you do it with the 1/60 NX ratio, I know NX selling is against the rule, blah blah blah, but if you count that, I spent like almost 10 billion NX. So with 10 billion, I could have bought a fully scrolled hat instead, and with that, I was being an idiot. I could have just bought the hat instead, but I didn't, and I persisted on trying to cube this. And it did blow a huge hole in my pocket, but it's something I can recover from, and it's something that I'll keep with me in regards to my failure. So it's not a complete loss for me, since I did learn from a mistake, or I think I learned from my mistake at least. But yeah, so oh geez, how many cubes do I use on this thing? I even surprised myself. But yeah, I'm gonna try to cut out some stuff so we can actually get more cubing and less of me just like moving stuff around and all that. So yeah, about my just about, well, like I basically talked about everything I wanted to talk about in regards to am I showing off. And no, I'm not showing off, because if I was showing off, then I would have done this instead. I would have said, hey guys, this is the road to max damage, enjoy. And then I would have immediately just said, haha, look, I bought this, I bought this, I bought this, I bought this, look, I'm at max range. And that would be me showing off, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take this one step at a time and trying to enjoy every moment of it, because I'm a merchant, and as a merchant I try to spend the least amount of money and make the most benefit. And I know it's kind of stupid for me to say that while watching this cubing video, because obviously I'm not making the smartest choices, but at the same time I do know what to do and what not to do. So definitely am never going to try to do this again. And in my future videos to come, well, actually in my next video to come, it's going to be called the game plan. And what the game plan is an explanation of how I plan to hit max range in a period of around 6 months. And in those 6 months, I will explain to you guys when to buy your equips and stuff like that. So if you're trying to aim for max range, which I know a couple of my friends are, as well as a couple of my phantom friends trying to compete with me, but whatever your goals are, if you're trying to fund right now, then maybe you can watch my video and maybe it might help you. So yeah, that's basically, I explain when to buy your clips, when to not buy them, and other things like that. And you guys can listen to it if you want, or you can ignore it, since I am making a bad decision right now with this cubing. You might think, oh, this guy's an idiot, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's wasting his money right now, he's not going to help me save money. But yeah, just take what you will from my video, or you can just leave it. But anyways, we're coming to the close of this video, and yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the cubing and the video in general. And there will be actually just a little surprise for you guys. I will be uploading vlogs and showing my face and showing exactly who I am, so you guys are gonna like that, I hope. Well, yeah, I hope you guys like that. So I do have one recorded already, and I recorded it yesterday, but I never got the chance to edit and upload it. But I figured I should upload this video first instead, because it's a big update to my range. So that vlog, as well as the other episode of the Road to Max Damage, is coming soon. So yeah. And I just noticed, I keep changing the name of my title. Road to Max Damage, Road to Max Range, Road to Strongest Phantom. I need to I need to come up with something that I can agree with and keep. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later.